Okay, so one of the things that has really benefited our galley here is just having this cutting board over the other sink. It allows us to have a space where you can just pretty much stand in front of and do prep work. Anywhere else you're either kind of leaning over or like that's our pantry, so if we're cutting something there you can't get into the pantry. Back here under my tool bag there's the fridge, so if you're cutting something on the fridge hatch you can't get into the fridge. So Devin picked up this really nice little wooden cutting board here, and it fits pretty well. It's almost exactly the size that we need. The problem is it's kind of slides around a little too much. So what we were thinking is on the back side, cutting out a piece of starboard plywood, plastic lumber, that would fit the inside of the galley sink here, and attaching it here. So when it slides in, it'll just sit in there, and it'll just stay put. I'm going to see if I can do that today. Okay, a little bit of CAD, cardboard aided drafting. So what I did was this little excess box that we had that was just going to go to the recycling, I cut off part of it and taped it down and set it up so where there's these little flaps on either side. And so what I did was lifted up one flap, traced over here, and then lifted up the other flap and traced over here. So let's see how that works. Yeah, there's our sink. Got a nice line. This is this here was try number one, and then I taped it and did my flappy flap, and then there's the line. So that is the inside of our piece, and here's our piece. So this is King Starboard. I think it's like, what is that, maybe ½ inch thick? Just basically plastic lumber. But yeah, we will cut that out of that, and then we will screw it to the bottom of that. Okay, so after some cuts and shaving and sanding and cuts and shaving and sanding, we got this on there. It's just a dry fit right now because I'm going to countersink these, and then probably put a string of butyl tape around the outside just to keep moisture from getting in there. But check this out, just pop it right in, and then you got to give it a little push, and it just sinks right in there, nice and tight, so it won't rattle around, but it's nice and secure. So yeah, next steps, countersink these and do a butyl tape bead around the edge, and she's done. Alright, quick check-in. Got a roll, well, put some butyl around the edges. This side faces the wood. That way, in case any moisture or water gets in there, it only has this far to travel to get out. So that's what that's for. And then I countersunk my holes there on the board. So now it is time to put the final screws in and get her in.
Oh no, it's so
It flew into our rigging.
No, I don't want it flying in here.
Well, I gotta go get it out of there. Oh, there it goes, there it goes, there it goes. Oh, it's fine. Oh my gosh. It flew into our rigging, babe. Okay, the final result is in. Got these countersunk. So if you wanted, you could even use this as a cutting board surface too. And then, but the whole intent is for this to go in. And it goes in like that. And it just squishes down. And it's nice and tight. It doesn't even wiggle at all. But it's still easy to pull up. So that is a win of the day. And I actually got the pretty straight line around there too. And I did want it to hang over a little bit. So if we're like cutting something, we could just push it over into the sink and then take it out. When we're ready. This side over here is, it's not as straight, but good enough. I am happy with it. Now I gotta clean up my mess. Okay, so I'm out here doing some temporary butyl tape while I've got this dry weather. Something was leaking over here. I'm pretty sure it's this. It's not even hooked up on the inside. We're doing butyl tape all around just to be certain. The port light here too. And then I hear some scratching. And look where Brizzo ended up. Yeah? You stuck? What do you think? Well, you got up there, you can get down. I mean, she climbed up the starboard side of the arch and got herself up there. That's why we call her Executive Explorer. Yeah, are you exploring? You are? Are you hungry? Yeah. Alright, let's get her down and get her some food. Alright, starting the backsplash project. So this at some point got water damaged, and so this is just a teak veneer over plywood. The plywood itself is fine, but the teak veneer has separated from the plywood, and you know, we've just been slowly picking it off because it's kind of satisfying to pick off. But over here we haven't picked it off yet, but I'm using just this pick type tool, and we'll get under here like this, and we'll just pull that off. And I'm not going to do all of it because like this part up here is pretty well secured. I'm just going to pull off what's loose and then go back with some cleaner and clean it and acetone it, make sure it's all nice and clean, and then I'll show you the backsplash tile that we got. Please remember to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss an episode.